Live from the happiest place in the Lone Star State. Welcome back to the Talking Mickey Project. TMP is your home for Disney fans of all abilities. Now, it's your host, Emma.
Hello, everyone. I am Lam.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome. We got some great folks in the chat already. We saw who? Mr. Dennis from Australia.
Kate Kriegam.
Huh?
Kate Kriegam, USA.
Yes, that's right. Thank you for being here. Mary's here. We also see, who else is in the chat? I see Alyssa Stenberg is here. Welcome.
Well,
And
thank you for stopping by.
Emma's mom is here. I saw that too.
Hey, Mom.
And did we miss anybody? I don't know. I think the number is growing, but I don't think everybody has commented yet. So excited for tonight's interview.
Yeah.
We are too. You're going to like this one. So I would advise, if you want to be cool with all your friends, let them know that Disney Dan is going to be on next month. But tonight, we got the one and only Dole Whip Dad. Did I tell everybody about Disney Dan? Oh, sorry about that.
Y'all could not hear that.
I was just messing around. Yes, we're going to tell you about that later. But Dole Whip Dad is here tonight, and we are excited to have him here as well. And Jonathan is here. Welcome back to Talking Mickey Project. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. And Jedi Magic and More. I saw him a second ago. Mike said hello.
Up there.
I know he's up there somewhere. Oh, where? Where did I miss it?
There.
There he is. Hey, Patrick, how are you doing? Thank you for being here tonight. Hey, Michael Hersheimer is here. Elizabeth is here.
You ready for the goat, Michael?
And what that? Who? What? Hey, huh? He? What? Who?
You ready for the goat, Michael?
The goat?
No, the ghost.
What ghost?
Goat.
Oh, the jokes.
I know, I did not.
That's just me. Hey, look who is here.
Hey, Nick.
Y'all give it up for the special guest tonight, guys. Tell him hello in the chat. He is here.
Thank you for recording the video.
And we are going to give him a super like, a love, and some fireworks. Thank you, Dole Whip Dad, for being here and for being Emma's guest. Hey, Virtual Rail Fan is here. I have watched a lot of Virtual Rail Fan videos. I like trains.
He's the one that does the train video?
I think he might be. So I think it's your first time here. So before we get to everything else, first visit for Virtual Rail Fan. Welcome. I also saw they were doing some testing of the Walt Disney World train. Somebody posted pictures today. I hope that was today, because I'm excited about that. Let's see. Anybody else here for the first time? I think Patriotism USA, I think you might be here the first time.
He was here on that other video.
Okay, well, we're going to give you one anyway.
First
visit.
His comments were on there. Cool.
Yes, but I'm going to do one for Patriotism USA when he was saying hi to Patrick. And Dole Whip Dad says hello to Alyssa. And Brian is here.
Whoa.
Ladies and germs. It is not Brian's first visit.
No.
Brian has been here quite a bit, but we are always thrilled to have Brian here because Brian is a huge supporter of Emma, and we thank you very much, Brian. You're an awesome dude. You were helping us with the chat issues and the bots that are going around, so thank you for that help. We really appreciate that.
And I would like to Mike Wheeler for reaching out to me on Instagram about it.
That's right. Mike Wheeler was helping as well. And Mike Klimovich became one of your patrons on Patreon. So thank you
so much, Mike.
You're going to see your name at the end in the credits, right? Along with Sir Willow and Miss Natalie. Right? So that's pretty cool. All right. Well, before we get too far in, let's go real quick and talk about your supporters. Can we do that? And then also talk about what's coming soon. Don't miss it. You're going to want to see this. So stick with us. All right. Number 1. Let me get to supporters. All right. So Emma's first supporter, which we appreciate very much, is Miss Bridget Langford. Bridget is Emma's Disney travel planner, fairy godmother. She plans our trips, helps us plan our trips, and recently went on the trips with us. And that was a lot of fun.
We went to Disneyland.
She is a top 5 Disney travel planner for Storybook Trips last year, and a top 5 again for January. She's awesome. So if you want to reach out to her, you can go to storybooktrips.com and find Bridget Langford, or you can look at Travel with a Langford on Instagram and Facebook, or you can email her at Bridget.Langford@storybooktrips.com. I'm going to get that right. And then also brief mention for Emma's mom and her podcast, which she did
in the past. Video.
And then now she has one YouTube video. And please encourage her to do more. She does a great job. And reach out
to more people.
And the whole goal is to find resources for special needs families in Texas. And Emma's mom, Melissa, if I get the name out right, interviews people, whether they're caregivers, other parents, agency organizations, stuff like that, to get information out there. It's purely for fun and for our own benefit as a family, but we want to share it with other people as well. So there is that. All right. Now you want to talk about who's coming soon?
Yeah.
Before we get to the interview, which you're going to love, by the way.
This Saturday is my trivia with Mary Sanchez.
That's right. Mary's going to be guest hosting with Emma for weekly family trivia night, and it's going to be about Journey into Imagination this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday and Thursday.
Part 1 and Part 2.
Okay, Wednesday night is going to be live. Thursday night is going to be a published premiere video, but it is Emma's interview with Brian from Brian and Amanda, and this was really good. He talked about his medical conditions. He talked about why he does live streams. He talks about why they moved to Florida and what they did before they lived in Florida. And it was really cool. We talked for a long time, and we really enjoyed it. So don't miss that one. It's a 2-parter. And then that's on the 9th, right? On the 16th, former Imagineer Kevin Lively, writer, theme park, and entertainment professional. Kevin was awesome. We talked to him from his house in California and talked about his history at Imagineering and a lot of other stuff, which you won't want to miss. That is on the 16th of February of this month. And then I let the cat out of the bag earlier, didn't I? So on the 23rd and on the 24th, first night is going to be live like this. And then the 24th is a premiere video. It's part 2 with Disney Dan. Now, do you think Emma had fun interviewing Disney Dan, Kevin Lively, Brian, and Dole Whip Dad? That's her interview lineup for February, guys. Can you imagine? That is an amazing lineup. So we are very thankful to have that opportunity. Sir Willow is here.
Hey, Mickey
RVing to Disney is here. Welcome, welcome.
Wait, they might be new.
I think RVing to Disney might be new. So we'll go real quick. First visit button.
What do you guys?
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And let's see. Miss Iris is here as well.
The button's still up.
Oh, yeah, the button's still up. Sorry. I only got one finger, clicking finger, so it's got me all over the place. Imagination. That's the truth. I love that. All righty. Virtual Rail fan says, hi, Emma. Got any ideas for trivia for the rest of the month?
Well, we got
We might get some from y'all too, though.
Well, I got two from Dalton. He wants to do one with me one day.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it.
He either wants to do a Toy Story one or like the whole entire
first visit button. All right.
You're welcome.
Thanks to my friends who popped in. All right. Well, we are going to get started with the interview. So are you ready, Emma? we're going to go straight to it. We've talked about supporters. We've talked about what's coming up soon. And I do believe it is time to play an interview. So how do we do it? We go, what do we do? It's been a while. 1, 2, 3, bibbity bobbity. Wrong video. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Mr. from Dole Whip Dad. Thank you for coming on my show.
Oh, no. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate the invitation. Thank you so much.
Emma's voice always gets higher with the
I like it. I wish I could do that.
Well, thank you for doing this. We've really been looking forward to it. And I know you're busy, so thanks for the time.
Yeah, I'm honored to do it. I'm excited to talk to you guys.
Well, the way we've done these, and I help Emma with the putting up the questions and everything, but she has 15 questions.
Okay.
The first 10 are specific to you and your experience, your background, that kind of thing. Okay. The last 5 are what we call like the fun questions. The rest are fun too, but these are fun. These are more generic, sort of like what would you choose, this or that kind of thing in the Disney world. So that might be something that it's always interesting. It's always funny to talk about, huh?
Love it. Love it.
All right. So you ready for number 1?
I think so.
Yeah.
There's a little fun fact. I saw you post a video about you're starting a shopping thing on your channel.
A shopping thing?
A live stream of shopping.
Oh, a live stream shopping?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. You're up to date. So I do a show called Creator Talk Live on Sunday nights where we don't talk. We talk about Disney a little bit, but we talk about this thing that is creating podcasts and videos and live streams. And yeah, I think one of the big 2022. We're filming this on the 10th day of 2022. I hope I can say that because I just did.
Oh yeah.
And one of the big things that I believe is going to be a trend is going to be live streams with shopping involved. There's a lot of things on Amazon Live right now. It's big in China. And so the conversation we had last night was, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is it going to take the place of affiliate marketing? Like lots of YouTubers will have, hey, I use this microphone, buy it and I get a cut or whatever.
Yes.
Maybe it'll change from that to buy this microphone. And I don't know, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Also, I run a nonprofit and we have a resale shop. That's how we raise our money so we can serve the kids we serve. I'm more interested in it for that. But anyway, Emma, yeah, you must have been up late last night because that show ended like past midnight last night. But anyway, yeah, that was my.
He's a little more of a night owl than we'd like.
Actually, I saw it pop up in the notification thing area. Where
you saw it probably this morning.
The notification.
I saw it pop up like on YouTube, on my app.
Yes.
And notification.
Our notifications are on. So
yeah,
just to let you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not as fun as talking Disney, but it was a good conversation. I think honestly, it was rough for me because I started the show later than I normally do because I'm an NFL football fan. My Chargers broke my heart last night. So I was in a good mood until like 3 seconds.
All righty.
Well, you feeling better?
Well, I'll get over it.
All right. You ready for number 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're getting on topic now.
Now we're getting back on topic. Question number 1.
Okay. When did you become a Disney fan?
So I love this question, and I have what I think is kind of a funny answer. Before I was born, and here, let me explain. My grandfather worked at Disney. So Disneyland opened in 1955, and my grandfather worked there in 54 and 55. He was a handyman. He painted part of Main Street. He painted some of the hippos and the Jungle Cruise and did just other handyman things. He had the checks that, from the Walt Disney Corporation and stuff like that. And that's before I was born, because I was born Christmas Day, 69. Yes, I'm old, 52 for those of you who want to do the math. And so my family was connected to Disney before I was even born. My mom went to Disney. It's the first year. I popped into the, life, into the 70s, and we went like that. So the first time I ever went to Disney was before I was 1 year old. I don't have a memory of not being a Disney fan. So
there you go.
Christmas Day 69 is when I was born. I guess that's the earliest I can really claim.
Well, there you go. Well, believe it or not, I'm older than you.
You know
I
it
like to
was
think
the
I don't
same
look it, but I'm
year.
sure I do.
You know it was the same year.
Yes, she likes to remember that was the same year that Haunted Mansion opened.
The
Oh,
original.
very good. Yes.
Yes, in 1969. That's right. All righty. So you're ready for number 2. This goes right along with number 1.
Yeah.
Go.
All right.
What's your earliest memory of visiting a Disney park?
So my mom was just here for Christmas. She spent some time here. And I asked her some questions about this kind of thing. When are the earliest times we went? So it's kind of weird. I have memories that are actually pictures. Back in the day, they weren't all digital, they were pictures. Yeah. And I have a memory of, I must have been 3 or 4, and I'm looking up at Mickey Mouse, and we're in a group. It's like 5 or 6 kids. And so that memory is actually a memory of me looking at a picture. So I don't know if that counts or not. But then if I want to talk to you about something that I definitely remember, sitting on Pirates of the Caribbean with my grandpa, who I've already mentioned twice now on the show. And we're going up the very end. Now, this is Disneyland now, not Disney World. We're going up the end of Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm holding Grandpa's hand, and he's telling me, we've already had 3 drops or whatever, or 2 drops or whatever it is, and we're going up, 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 up. And he's telling me it's going to be a big, huge drop.
Uh-oh.
And I'm excited but scared, but Grandpa's there. And then we go down the 2 feet and we all laugh. And so that, I think that's probably my first memory.
That's a great one to have. We've only been to Disneyland once a couple of years ago, 2019. Is that right? And I think Disneyland has a lot of really good versions of the attractions. I think that's one of them. I think that's
I totally agree. I mean, I love Pirates in Orlando, but it doesn't stand up to Anaheim.
No. All righty. You ready for number 3?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go.
Why did you start a Disney-related YouTube channel?
I love that question also. I have a very definitive answer on that, because while I love my work, sometimes it drives me crazy. So I was coming home from work too often, unable to stop thinking about work. Good or bad, I was not out of my own head at work. And so I really purposefully tried to find a hobby. And I spent a good year trying to figure out a hobby. And I was messing around on Disney Twitter, and they're crazy over there. I mean, they're crazy over there. And so I wasn't finding it. And I didn't have this creative outlet. And I discovered other Disney YouTubers, and I thought, I like talking. I'm not, I don't get nervous very much about putting myself on camera. So I dove in and fell in love. I didn't expect to make lifelong friends, or I didn't think it would be that big of a part of my life. I thought it was just going to be this outlet, and it's turned into one of my I wasn't looking for new friends or new great things in my life. I had a pretty good life. I still do. But now it's one of my favorite parts of life. It's been one of the best decisions I ever made. But that's why I was a little stressed out, and I needed to talk about things that were more fun, and talk to nice people like you guys.
Well, that's a really good reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll do a quick story. When we used to live in South Carolina for a while, and my wife and I did a food blog when that was newer, a thing to do, and we had a podcast and all that stuff, and that got us to meet basically everybody we hung around with in South Carolina, because we moved there, didn't know anybody, started that to try to explore the area, and it became basically our network of friends.
That's fun.
And it also got us twice to Food Blog Forum in Disney. Disney invited food bloggers out there, and they put us up once at the Polynesian and then once at the Grand Floridian.
Wow.
And, had 2 days worth of classes about all their food programs and their Mickey check meals for kids and all this other kind of stuff. But the best part of it was not all that. It was the people that we still know today from way back when.
I love that.
And when Emma, a couple of years ago, was finishing up high school, we're trying to figure out, she had a class project to do, and she wanted to do something. And we said, well, why don't you start a podcast? Because that's what I knew. And that quickly turned into this, into her channel. So she's been doing it for almost a year and a half. I guess next month will be maybe a year and a half. And she's already got to talk to amazing people like you, people that have been out there doing, great stuff and building this community of Disney fans. And her focus is to try to, I love telling people this because what we talked about was her goal with this is to try to inspire other people with disabilities to just do what they want to do, to reach out, to be, to be kind of fearless and to embrace whatever it takes to get it done, and have fun while you're doing it. And I think that's one of the reasons we've encouraged her to do Fiesta as well. And she'll be queen this year. So that's really
amazing. I love that.
So,
it's
a good influence in a lot of ways.
So I'm not with the Boys and Girls Clubs anymore, but I started my career with the Boys and Girls Clubs in 1993. I still run a nonprofit. It's basically the same thing. We can talk about that if you want. But one of the things that I've taken with me after I left the Boys and Girls Club is their kind of mission statement, one kind of idea to inspire and enable. I could tell you the whole sentence, but it ends with that. Like, if my channel can inspire and enable people, that's why I have that Creator Talk show. Sorry, somebody's at my door.
We have that too.
But if I can help people to be inspired to do it and then to enable them with some tools, I mean, what's better than that? And it sounds, Emma, like that's exactly what you're doing. I mean, I know that's what you're doing. So I think me and you have something in common with that.
Well, that's it. All right. Well, this is related to.
Wait a minute.
What?
What is the name of the organization you're running now?
It's called After School America. So we used to be the Boys and Girls Clubs of the town that I was in. They wanted us to merge with a bigger town. I told them no. I never told them no. And so we went independent. So we still provide after school programs and homeschooling support, and we run a resale shop, and that's boring stuff. But
no, that's really great. I mean, it's interesting. It kind of intersects a little bit with us too, because when we lived in Tennessee, I was on the board of our local Boys and Girls Club.
No way.
Yeah, and
we have a lot in common then.
I was also the board president for a while. We lived in Tennessee for a while for Habitat for Humanity.
I love them.
Jackson, Tennessee. So it's a little similar, I guess.
When the show's over, we'll have to talk about that.
There you go.
I was just talking to my former board president right before in between my text and coming on. So
it really was a really good time. I was earlier in my career, and I wanted to do everything, and it really allowed us to do that. And a lot of things related to what Emma had going on too at the time. What? You got another question?
Can you tell us right now the name of the organization?
What organization?
The one that Mr. Doug runs.
He said it.
It's called After School America.
After School America. Okay, thank you.
We'll find a way
to turn off my ring. I don't know how to do it really. I hope that doesn't.
We'll find some information related to it and put that in the description when we publish the video.
Okay.
How about that? Okay, cool.
Thank you. I can forget names of the very quickly sometimes.
Oh, don't let her kid you. She remembers everything. All right. Well, here's number 4. It relates to what we were saying.
Has
been.
Okay. Has being a YouTuber changed how you view the Disney community?
I mean, yes. How could it not? I would say yes, in great ways, and then in some negative ways too. I think that, like anything, when you get people who are big time fans, like I'm a big football fan, I'm a big Disney fan, there's lots of things that I love, right? Everybody likes lots of things. But the deeper you get into it, the more great things you can find, but also the darker side of it. I find some people in the Disney community a little bit, I feel like they deserve everything. I had a great conversation with one of my best friends in the world today, and he was complaining about rising costs at Disney. And I finally said, are the lines long? Because if the lines are long, prices are going up. And if there's no lines, I mean, I don't have economics 101 class here, but I don't like it when people complain about something they love. That's the thing I talked about Disney Twitter. I despise Disney Twitter. I despise Twitter in general. But Disney Twitter, they're actually complaining about something they love. I think that is the definition of stupidity. So that part drives me crazy. Very entitled. We're a very entitled fandom, I guess. But on the positive side, I've met some of my favorite people in the world. The guy I just mentioned, one of my best friends in the world. I'm getting to know you guys tonight. When I started this journey in, I don't know what, 2019, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Whenever this started for me, I had no idea that I would make best friends and lifelong friends and people that I talk to every day. That matter of fact, saying it out loud even now sounds silly, but my favorite people in my life, like you said, with the blogging, journey that you were on, it wasn't a plan. I would have laughed at it if you told me anybody was going for that. I would have laughed at them. Yet here I am with my favorite people in the world are in this community. So there's really positive and really negative. So the answer to that question is yes, it's changed in ways that I had no idea would happen.
With the whole blogging thing in South Carolina, Emma will remember this. When I started it was anonymous, because we did food restaurant reviews, and I wasn't confident that first of all, we had just moved there, and two, who am I to have an opinion, right? So
see, I don't have that. Yeah. Whatever line that is, that I didn't get in that line. I don't.
Well, it took a long time. It literally took years before I was like, okay, I'll just have to tell, because we got invited to things, and it's like, if you show up, they know who you are.
But that, you know what? I love that you said that, and you giggle, but that's kind of a life lesson for everybody. 99% of life is showing up.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, who are you? Who are you not? How about that? Why is anyone else above you as a whatever food blogger or whatever? I mean, I think we put these artificial, there's enough stuff that stops us from doing what we want to do when we want to do it with who we want to do it. Life happens, but we put these artificial walls up too much, and the world's awesome. We should go enjoy it. And I don't know. I guess I'm on my soapbox tonight.
Yep. I think she agrees.
All
right. Here's number 5.
What was your family's reaction to you deciding to become a YouTuber?
So when I first became a YouTuber, it wasn't a discussion. I didn't say, hey guys, I'm going to do this. Didn't ask for their opinion. I just started doing it, and I invited them to join. Now, so again, Emma, I have 4 daughters. All right. 2 of them are already married. They're having kids, and it's beautiful. They're making me grandkids. And then 2 are still at the house, and they're older though. One's turning 21 this year. One's turning 18. So they're older girls. But my 21-year-old, the first time I was ever recognized in the Disney park. So I don't know what it was, 4 years ago, something like that. Doesn't matter. I wish I should bring her in and make her tell the story. We're walking along, and it was a Run Disney. I ran my first and only 5K, and we're leaving the expo or whatever they call it. And these 2 sweet girls are from Disney social media or whatever. And I'm walking up, and they're passing out buttons or something, and they're sweet and they're bubbly. And I go up and talk to them, and I say whatever I say. Hey, can I get one of those? Can I get one for my kid? Whatever I said. And one of the 2 girls looks at me with my daughter standing to my right and says, "Are you Dole Whip Dad?" Now, I still am shocked by that. My daughter, I love telling that story, even if that was the end. But seeing my daughter's horror, I just ruined her whole life, it seemed, because oh my gosh, Dad's nerdy friends, blah blah blah. And so I think the answer to your question is their reaction has grown, and while I think they love it, they're also insanely embarrassed by it, depending on the moment or what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
It's a good question. It's a good answer, because we've asked, I think early on, we asked Lou Mangello this question, because, he was an attorney and all that stuff. And if I remember, tell me if I'm wrong, I think what he said was that, like, his friends were like, go for it kind of thing. And his mom was like, how are you going to feed yourself?
You spent all this money on this education, right? No, I can relate. Yeah,
but I think he's proven them all wrong.
Oh, man. Yeah, he is. I think though, for me, like, he's had great success, and he's a monster. And he's awesome, but it's not that I'm opposed to making money on the deal. I don't have if Disney wants to send me the poly like they did to you, I'm on my way. Let's go. But it's just this fun thing. Like, I'm having a blast, and one of the things that I love best in life is embarrassing my daughters. Like, I'm Team Iron Man because she's Team Captain America. I would definitely be Team Captain America. So, I tell them the same story, but a different version. Josh and the whole crew from Practically Perfect Park Hopping, I love them. We were walking through Galaxy's Edge, and we had a "Hey, Jeff" thing. And again, it's my daughter's greatest I don't know what horror. I don't know what the right word is. I mean, it would happen at Walmart, right? If somebody from church banged us to Walmart, she'd like hide in the corner or whatever. So I don't quite get that, but yeah, they're behind it. They're mostly behind it, but they like to make fun of me.
What?
I think I know what you mean. It's either shock, the first one,
Shock? Yeah.
and the second one is that hide behind you is called embarrassment.
That's right.
You're
I think
totally
Emma
right.
has figured that one out.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
My daughter wants to be the center of attention, but only if and when she wants to be.
Oh.
Well, this whole thing with Emma, I'll add just a quick second, is this has been, everybody has work, you do work. And I always say they call it work because it is, right? It is work. That's why they call it that. But we do this together. And this is probably the most time we get to spend together and do things together. So I wouldn't trade this for the world, but I'm also very happy that it involves something she loves and that it's positive, because we try to do, just positive stuff, right?
Yeah.
We did that way back when with the food thing. It's just keep things positive. People have enough garbage in life they have to deal with.
And I love that. One of my favorite shows, it's our Saturday morning show, and we haven't been doing it lately, but my daughter's been in my door all day today. I've had a busy work day too, but our Saturday morning show is a Star Wars show, and I get to do it with her. And it's my favorite thing too. Like, we haven't been doing it lately, but and why is it my favorite thing? Same thing, reason for you, because you need to do it with your kiddo.
That's right.
I totally can relate to that.
So, all right. So here. This is this is 6, and this relates to what we were just saying, actually.
You encourage others to live a life worth sharing. What does that mean?
You have done your homework, young lady. You have. I love that. So it's kind of my mantra for 2022. And it goes to what we've just talked about. I'm a confident guy. And without apology. I'm a believer. I believe that God doesn't make no junk. And I think I'm his favorite. I'm tied with everyone else he created. But I don't have this feeling that anyone is better or worse than anyone else. But I see, and I work with kids. I've been working with kids since 1993, before you were born, Emma. And I find so many people, like we talked about earlier, set up these artificial barriers to hold themselves back from what? From their happiness? From, like, I'm 52. People are going to make fun of me for liking Disney. Good luck. I'm not going to hear you by the end of your sentence. I couldn't care less. As if I'm supposed to care what some random person on Twitter thinks. It's asinine. So I want to, and I work with kids, like I've shared. And I want to encourage people to live a life worth sharing. That doesn't mean you have to share it. I'm not saying you have to share everything. You can, you can't. That's up to you. But live a life that's worthy of sharing. I think we should all be that light. We should all, that was deeper than I expected. We should all be somebody that other people go, wow, I can too. If Jeff can, if Emma can, if my daughter can, if anybody, nobody is broken. Nobody is not enough. Now, I might not be able to ride a horse as well as somebody else, or maybe somebody else can't throw a football as well as I used to be able to do, but that's not what I'm talking about. Everyone has stuff to share, and you don't have to share it. But I think holding it in, I think that's not the point of life. I think we're supposed to inspire and enable each other. And I feel like I'm preaching.
No, you're right on it. What did I tell you? I've told her, I don't know how many times. It's the old thing about don't hide your light under a bushel basket.
Amen. Ooh,
you're there for a reason, right? You're there for a reason. He made you for a purpose. You have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
There you go. All right. Well, here is number 7.
Oh, I like your cup.
You like your cup?
Oh.
I was trying to keep it down here.
I got my Chick-fil-A.
That's what was going on. That's why I was late. I was finishing my.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
All right, you go number 7.
Your video about the haze. It's pronounced haze, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Hayes.
Correct.
Okay. Family talk about online bullying. How do you deal with negative comments?
This has been one of Emma's concerns about being online, is that she's going to get people making fun or criticizing. Hasn't happened yet. Eventually it will.
You will.
But,
You will. It'll happen. So I had a cold a couple days ago,
Oh.
and I had Kleenex, and I sneeze. And when I sneeze, what do you do with the Kleenex? It's gone. Do I pile up all the Kleenex and stare at them and I've got all this mucus to? It's gone. It's nothing. It's like it's nothing. It's just people who feel bad about themselves. Negative comments aren't even worth zero. They're worth less than zero. The only problem with negative comments is when we believe them. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't take criticism. I'm not saying you shouldn't want to get better. But I ask people who are good at stuff for encouragement and, what can I do better here? Some rando on Twitter, some crazy person in the comment section, the dude you knew in the 4th grade, Uncle Larry, who's insane. They don't matter. Now, I don't mean as humans. Of course, they matter as humans. But Emma and everyone else listening, I actually think the negative comments thing is a lie. Now, most people are going to hate this and think I'm arrogant for saying this, but it's just an excuse we make to not do what we're afraid of having success with. Like, honestly, if I tell you right now, you're awesome, I love you, oh my gosh, those ears are great, that makes you feel good, I hope. And I mean it, and you are. But if I was that jerk and I said, oh my gosh, I hate those ears and I can't believe we're doing the show and I hate that question, that's my problem, not yours. That's me being dumb.
Right. Your ears are the same, right? Your show is the same.
Yes.
Your question's the same. It's just perspective.
Exactly. And of course we want people to like us. I'm not going to pretend like I would rather everyone like me than not. But all things being equal, if half the world hates me and half the world likes me, I'm doing better than most. Like they don't know us. They don't. My wife likes me most of the time. My mom likes me almost all the time. That's good enough for me.
She had on her last live stream, we had somebody, and I told her, I said, the more you do live streams and the longer they go sometimes, we had one that was an hour and a half last time.
Sorry, I was starting to laugh. That's why my head was going.
You're okay. But what happened last time is we got a spammer in, and it was just junk spam, right? It wasn't anything about the stream. It was just, but it bothered her. And I told her, I said, the person that does that is just trying to get attention. There were no links in it or anything. It was just junk, right? It's probably some robot. And I said, and you're giving it a reaction. You're actually bringing attention to it. If you ignore it and just let me hit the button where I can block or whatever, it's over with.
That's why they say don't feed the trolls. They only exist because we react to it. So there's a couple of things you can do. I, on my live streams, don't allow people to comment unless they're a subscriber. So you have to click subscribe to comment. I don't, it doesn't stop everyone. It's just another step. Like if the crazy person wants to go through the effort of clicking subscribe and commenting, it's only one button, but it stops I found 95% of them. Also, don't comment on it. Ignore it. Pretend as if you don't see it. I handle it one of two ways. If I'm a little salty, if they say something especially stupid, I'll make fun of them because I like telling idiots they're idiots sometimes. It's not my best quality, but on occasion I like to tell them that. But in general, the best way to do it is to act as if you don't see it. Click the button, go away. And you know what happens? I get 8 other people in chat sending me notes. Oh my gosh, did you see that? You really need to do that. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. It's a tree that falls in the forest. If there's nobody there to hear it, does it make a sound? It doesn't even matter if it makes a sound. No one's there to hear it. Ignore it. It's nothing.
You see what he's saying?
Except for a person who either cut down the tree or the tree got hit by lightning.
Well, if there's nobody, his point, I think, is if you're not there, you won't hear it.
Oh.
Like if the tree gets hit by lightning and it falls down and smashes, only the squirrels know there's nobody there, right?
Right.
Go get burned.
So you just don't pay attention to it.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Again, it's a sneeze. We throw it away and we move on. It's nothing.
That's good advice. All right. What?
Sorry for a minute. Let's go back to the number 7 question.
Okay.
Do you know online bullying is also known as cyber bullying?
Oh, she wanted to mention the question. We typed up the question. I said online bullying is the phrase, and she said it's also called cyberbullying.
Yeah,
So she wanted
yeah.
to make sure people understood both, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's a little confusing, but yes, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now we talked about this just a little bit earlier, so maybe we can ask this question and get some more info.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also do a video series called Creator Talk Live.
Mhm.
What is that about, and who can benefit from watching it?
I really appreciate that question. So it's that show on Sunday nights, 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, except for when NFL playoffs are going, and we start a little later. And it's a show for people like us, frankly, people who are doing podcasts or blogging or video editing. I'm taking a class right now. It started today. It's day 1 of 30 days video editing with Casey Neistat, one of my favorite vloggers.
Yeah.
And my next couple of videos are going to be about that. It's actually what I'll be working on when we're done here. And it's just sharing, it's not like, hey, I'm an expert. I'm not. I don't value experts as much as most people do. And I also don't think, I guess we're all experts in some things, especially as we get older, like me and your dad. But, it's about sharing what we know and inspiring and enabling other people. So, it goes with that live a life worth sharing thing. If you want to have more Disney in your life, a podcast or a YouTube channel is the way to go. And here's how to use the right microphone, or here's how to get over that, worrying about cyberbullying, or here's how to deal with, whatever, just that kind of stuff. It's kind of my little attempt to give back to the YouTube community.
Well, one of your videos, it was from a while back, I think, but it was talking about the imposter syndrome.
Oh.
You remember that one?
I do.
What is that? Maybe some Emma can. I don't think she's watched that one. So,
imposter syndrome is this belief that most of us have, all of us have in some form or another, that we're not good enough. Like, I've even said it to people. So who am I to give Disney information? You can get it online. Who am I to tell people to answer your question about cyberbullying? I'm not an expert. I'm just, and the older I get, the more I'm like, okay, because again, we are kind of experts. They say if you spend an hour a day on any one topic for 7 years, you're going to be a world-class expert. That's from Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite books, highly, highly recommend everything he writes. But that's not that much. Like, when you're old like us, there's plenty of things. I've spent an hour a day for over 7 years on eating bacon. Are you kidding me? There's plenty of things that fit into that list. So I don't mind sharing it. And the Creator Talk Live show is just my attempt to share what I know and, frankly, to receive. Like, I benefit from it because I want to meet and I want to receive information from people who want to get better at this, podcasting and live streaming and editing. And I've been blessed to meet a whole bunch of people who aren't even in the Disney niche because of that show. And it's been a blessing to me. I love it.
See?
I love that question.
There you go. All right. Well, this goes back, I guess, a little bit more to Disney, but similar to what you were just talking about. Ready?
What other Disney content creators do you watch, and why do you like to watch them?
I have made so many friends in the Disney creator community. I probably couldn't answer this question fully. I'll miss names. That said, I don't watch as much as people think. It's kind of a weird dichotomy, right? I for a while, when I was deciding that I wanted, when I was considering doing this, I was consuming a lot of that content. Now, I'm a pretty busy guy. I've got a family and I've got a business we run and all that. So I watch less YouTube than most people assume I do. Oh. But that said, I watch a lot of Disney content. I watch the Disney parks directly. I love Resort TV 1 when they go live in the parks. I think they do it better than anyone else. I've got so many friends. I almost am afraid to mention everyone because I know I'll leave people out. But the Disney YouTubing community, they're awesome. I love them. And I appreciate what they do. And I hope Disney allows us to go in the parks and video and live stream forever.
Emma got to do her first live stream on this past trip. It was the two of us for about 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
And I learned a couple things. One is that our connection was not as good as I thought it was when I watched it back. But also,
we were filming Thunder Mountain for the third time, and it was laggy.
yeah, that was a little laggy spot. But I think the other main thing, and it wasn't just me, I think both of us learned, it's not as easy as it looks. You don't just walk around with a camera. It's not that simple. So
the last couple of times we've been there, my wife has said, "So you're going to live stream?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Why not?" Because if you have a following on your YouTube channel and you live stream from the Disney parks, you're going to get good numbers. You're going to get people. The numbers are good. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. The numbers are good, and super chats come in, and new subscribers come in. It's all positive, but it's work. I'm not saying it's hard work, but I'm not saying it's not either. Like you're still at Disney, but when I'm at Disney, I want to appreciate me and my girls and my wife, and I don't want to worry about, do I have mustard on? I mean, it's different. Like if I lived there, no, it's not true. I was going to say maybe I would do it, but no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be a live streamer at Disney. I don't think I would. I think if I lost my job and I had no idea what to do, I could move to Orlando and maybe do it and make it a financial positive play. But no, I like Disney a lot. I'm going to go and enjoy it. It's my vacation.
It was hard. Not just that, but trying to continue to find something interesting to go do and to talk. And to figure out how you do
follow the chat and to do what they want or what you think they're going to like is different than what my kids are going to want, right? Yeah. Like I'm going to ignore my kids on their vacation. I love that people do it.
Yeah,
it won't be me.
But I've got newfound respect after just that short time for these folks that we do watch. I mean, it's not easy. And they do
pop it on for 20 minutes and telling people you're there. That's one thing. But those 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour streams, I mean, and Resort TV One, I consider them friends. They're great. They're the leaders of the pack. And there's so many others. Prince Charming Dev and, Myers and the Mouse. And there's, Mouse Talk. There's so many people. I'm leaving out a million. I should shut up because I'm going to miss people. But I love what they do. And I love that they do it. It won't be me.
All right. Well, this is the last of the regular questions. What?
So you know Mr. Dawson.
Oh, you know Mr. Josh from Resort TV One.
Sure, yeah.
Yep. Emma has interviewed Josh on. She's got that on one of her playlists.
Josh and Jenna are great people. Yeah, they were on my show when I was doing interviews, DisTube Live, and they're
there you go. See, it's people. You met people.
Emma knows people. I know Emma, so
there you go. You ready for number 10?
Do you know Mr. Walt and Miss Alexa from Mouse Talk?
I do. I love. You know what? I was going to make fun of Walt because his Rams lost, but I can't because my Chargers lost. They're good friends. I love them.
There you go. See, it's cool. See, you're part of that community too.
Absolutely, she is.
All right. What about Offhand Disney?
I love them. They should have been one of the people that I talked about watching. I've never met them. Right. But yeah, they do great stuff.
She has kind of a list of people that she would love to interview that we just haven't been able to connect.
When we're done, let me know the list. I don't know offhand Disney very well, but the people I know, I'll.
There you go. We can touch base with him. That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's number 10. Let's move to number 10.
Yeah, not gonna talk right now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I love your big smile. That makes me happy.
Thank you. What advice do you have for a newer Disney YouTuber like me?
We're going to be here a while. I got a lot. Just do what you want to do. And here, I can guarantee your success. Ready? Here, I guarantee your success. Every time you do anything, do it a little bit better than yesterday. 1% better, but just don't worry about subscribers. Don't worry about watch time. Don't worry about anything but you getting better. You got to create what the viewers are going to want, but you're passionate about Disney. So if you're creating things that you're passionate about, here's the truth. If you find it interesting, other people are going to find it interesting. And Disney is not hard to find people, right? So Disney, YouTube, all those people, all Resort TV One, Prince Charming Dev, Mouse Talk, all the people we've talked about, they've already proved that it's possible. So now all you need to do is not quit and get a little bit better every day. Don't obsess about all the data. You should learn it and do it. And how come they're watching this? And don't do that. Just get a little bit better every day and never quit. And I guarantee you get everything you want.
One of the things that she has I guess like everybody would, is looking at her subscriber numbers. Now, she's been doing it for about a year and a half. She ends up getting probably 20 to 30 people on her live streams each time. And there's a core group of probably 10 or 15 people that are there just about every time. And I told her, I said, that is amazing because we've met very few of them in person, yet they're loyal, they're friends. And that's one of the things that Lou gave her advice on was treat the people that you're talking to as your friends because they are investing in you. But I told her, kind of advice was early on was every time you do one, just learn one thing, just pick up one thing new, remember one thing, right? This is the lesson from doing this one. This is the lesson from doing this one. So you're not trying to do everything at one time. So she's grown. Her subscribers are almost to 350. And her goal was to try to get to 1,000 so she could do live streaming. Well, YouTube dropped that to 50, so that wasn't an issue anymore. So her goal, I think, what is your goal now? I mean, it's not necessarily a subscriber count, but what do you want to do with the channel? What's your goal for the channel still?
My goal is to help out as many other disability viewers as possible, to help them, to encourage them, and tell them that if you have a disability, you can do all things possible through Christ.
Amen. Oh my gosh, I already liked you. Now I love you.
There you go. See?
It's like my favorite. Well, yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah.
So you focus on that, right? You don't worry about the numbers.
Well,
you do
the
your
numbers will come.
Connect with people.
The numbers are the frosting on the cake, The numbers are extra, and the numbers come when they come. And you know what? It's not going to make any sense to you. The video or the live stream you do that you don't even think is good is going to be the one that gets the most. It's so fickle. But be consistent, never quit, get a little bit better every day. And I love what you're saying there. So I'll add, because you said it, concentrate on the viewer, concentrate on, and don't only think about your subscribers. Think about the guy who's never been to your channel before. Think about the lady who's never been to your channel before, because they're going to see you for the first time. It's that first couple minutes on the live stream where people are like, oh, I'm going to wait for people to come. Don't do that. They're already there. They're going to watch on the replay. Just
That's
have
true.
a great time and think about the viewer and never quit. And you're gonna crush it.
All righty.
awesome.
All right. Well, here are the more fun questions that she likes to ask. All right. Are you ready for number 11? All right. Here we go.
If you could have a year's supply of any Disney parks, you put it on snack, which would it be?
What do you think it would be?
I never get offended, but if you don't know that answer already, I mean, it's right in my name. I mean, I like a lot of them.
Dole Whip.
There you go.
Wait a minute. Does the actual Dole company still sponsor the regular Tannerist, or did they got their contract with Disney?
I don't know. Does Dole still sponsor the can't think of what they call it now, but various different things.
I believe they do. I mean, they're using the name, so they
probably still.
So
it's called a Dole.
I'm sure I would hear about it I would have learned about it if they're not. Yeah, they do. Dole is actually a massive multinational company. So you didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you this. When I was getting to that point where I might become monetized, when I started this channel, I named it. I named Dole Whip Dad because I like Dole Whip. It tells Disney people, hey, it's a Disney channel, and I'm a dad. So hopefully people would picture on that. He's going to be family friendly. He's going to talk about Disney, and he's a dad. So I thought that identified me pretty well to people who might want to check out my channel. I never considered that I might get monetized someday, and in my name was a multinational corporation that could smash me in a second if they wanted to. So I was actually worried that I would get in a little heat for that and might have to change my name, but so far they haven't.
There you go. All righty. Here's number 12.
If you could live with any Disney resort hotel, which one would it be?
I mean, if you got an in, I'll say yes to any one that you've got. But if I get to pick two, the
Polynesian.
Now, I haven't stayed in the Grand Californian in California, and that I love that. I would love that, and I love Wilderness Lodge, so I would love that too. Wilderness Lodge would be 1A, but the Poly. I mean, right now I've got a Scentsy smelling up my room like the Poly because I love it.
There you go.
Wait, is that from the Maggot Candle Company?
I think so. Yeah, it is.
Something
My
like
wife
that.
buys them from there. I'm sure.
There you go.
Because Disneyland, you know the icon with the color background with the white and red Mickey, right?
Well, Disney Dan, yes.
Yeah, that one.
DISNEY Dan. Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. There's 2 Disney Dans.
Because he always does with video Walter the Maggot Candle Company.
Oh, they're one of his sponsors. Yes, you're right. Huh? Okay.
He
Disney
doesn't
with an
act like
S.
that with his finger.
And he's talking about the Polynesian. I think I'm old enough. When I think about it, I still think about the old lobby with the stone and the waterfall and everything else.
I mean, I love. Listen. The first time I walked in there, we became DVC, and that was our home resort, and we went in there, and I went in the bath. And this is I don't like bathroom humor. Okay, so, but here it comes, and I'm in the bathroom, and it's the best smelling bathroom in the history of history, and I'm like, this is for me. I will live in the bathroom. That's good enough. So.
That's cool. Look at you giggling.
And I'll try not to squeal.
Okay, yeah, don't squeal, please. All right. Number 13.
Okay. If you could build any Disney attraction, current, extinct, or was never built in your backyard, which one would it be?
Oh, if it's in my backyard?
Yeah.
Whoo.
You
Can I have Pirates and the Haunted Mansion? I'm going to need, if I can only have, probably Pirates of the Caribbean, but Haunted Mansion would be pretty cool too.
What version though?
Which version of the Haunted Mansion? And which version,
Disneyland.
I guess, of Pirates,
Disneyland.
Right? Disneyland version.
The one with Hattie?
The one with Hatbox Ghost, yes.
Yes, I love Hatbox Ghost. But the Pirates, that would be so great. Pirates of the Caribbean would probably, I love them both. I want them both. Can I cheat and just take 2?
No. I have to flip a coin, I guess. Oh,
Pirates,
that's a good
Pirates, because it might scare my little granddaughters. Pirates.
Oh.
That'd be fun. All right. Number 14.
If you could only visit one Disney park in the world going forward, which one would you choose?
I don't want to have to choose only one.
We've had someone ask, it's like, does Disney World count as one park? And it's like, nope, that's 4.
4 parks in one state.
If I can only ever go to one the rest of my life, it would have to be Disneyland.
Yeah.
Even though it's not my favorite park, and it's the nostalgia. Like Walt walked there. Walt sat there. Walt built that. And when I was a kid, I went there.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine anyone telling me I couldn't go there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather go to jail than if you said you're kicked out of Disney or you could go spend a year in jail, I would go to jail like that. But that said, my favorite park, I mean, I love Epcot. It's my favorite. I can't imagine not going back to Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. Yeah. I love Animal Kingdom. I don't like this question. I don't want to have.
It's a rough one, that's for sure. All right. Well, this one might be more fun. This is the big one at the end. You ready? You ready?
Mine would also be Disneyland.
Oh, yours would be Disneyland too? It changes over time. You've said other things in the past. But tonight you're thinking Disneyland too.
Well,
it's Walt's
park. Oh, because of Walt. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. He was there. He built it for me and you, but he built it for me. That's amazing.
Isn't that cool? All right. Well, here's the last question. This is the big one.
All right.
If you could ask Walt and Roy Disney one question each right now, what will you ask them? Although it is Roy O. Disney, because remember, one of Walt's nephews is Roy E. Disney.
Right. So you're talking about the brothers, Walt and Roy. Yeah.
Okay. If I could sit down and talk with them, I wouldn't ask them anything. I would tell them thank you. I would thank them for so much happiness and joy for me, I can't imagine. I mean, we're a happy family, but so much happiness has come from Disney. If you made me ask them a question, I would say, what would you have done if you could have lived a little longer? What would you have done next? But mostly I would spend that time saying thank you. And, can I buy him a Dole Whip?
There you go.
Or if Roy ever had one, though.
You wonder if Roy ever had a Dole Whip?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. Were Dole Whips there at the very beginning of the park?
I plan on going to heaven, and I'm not stopping having Dole Whip just because I'm up there. So
there you go. Emma believes that, especially with the anniversary that's happened, that Roy hasn't gotten enough credit. So she always likes to make sure to include Roy.
I would agree. I mean, I would say that Walt hasn't got enough credit. He gets a ton of credit. I think that they're both amazing. But you're right. Roy is not appreciated as much as he should be.
All right. Well, that is the last final formal question.
That was fun.
That was it. You have any other questions before we say thank you? No? I think she wants to talk to you after the interview.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
If you're not busy, Daddy.
I'm good. I was.
Okay.
I'm not anymore.
Well, why don't you say thank you then, and we can end the recording part.
Thank you, Mr. Dad. Thanks, go with Dad for coming on my show.
No, thank you. This has been fun, and thank you everybody watching, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
There you go. Thank
and
you very much.
Smack that like button and subscribe to Go With Dad as well.
There you go. Awesome. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Good night.
Well, what do y'all think? Dole Whip Dad is in the chat. He's in the house. That was corny. Sorry. But anyway, Dole Whip Dad is there. So what do y'all think of that interview? Thank you for this enjoyable interview. There you go. I think it was an awesome interview. All right. I would love to know what you guys think. That was fun. But off the phone, talk to your friends. They here. Hello. Another live stream dusted and done, dusted and fun as always. Thank you, Michael. Mary says, I love the interview. RVing to Disney says, great interview. I feel like I know Jeff, but I never get tired of hearing him answer questions. Thanks so much, Emma. I was honored to be on tonight. There you go. You did an awesome job.
For coming on.
Awesome interview, Emma. Great interview. Happy I was able to make it. Yes, we're thankful you're here too. Love that I was hearing and inspired on a few things there. Dole Whip Dad dropped you an email. All right, look at that. Sir Willow and Dole Whip Dad connected. That's awesome. Thank you for the interview. Thank you, Jonathan. And Jeff, you did an amazing job, sir. That's very much true. Thank you, Emma.
You're welcome.
Isn't that awesome? Well, guys, I guess that's pretty much going to wrap it up. But we're going to remind you again what's coming up this month. You just saw an awesome interview with the one and only Jeff Bates, Dole Whip Dad. If you liked it, please be sure to share the video with friends, right? You can go and hit the share button on YouTube, or if you're watching on Facebook, you can do the same thing. We want people to see Jeff. I mean, was that not inspiring?
Yeah.
It was an inspiring interview, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think y'all connected. We talked. It was really fun. There was a lot of uplifting stuff in there, and that, I think, is who Jeff is. So thank you, Dole Whip Dad, one more time. And people, please try to share that out so people see the interview.
And hopefully they'll be encouraged as well.
That's right. We want people to be encouraged. Like Emma said, this is her mission, her ministry, so to speak, to get people out there to recognize what people with disabilities can do, to encourage them, to keep them positive, to meet the challenges that they have, but go well beyond that and do their dreams, right? Meet their dreams, fulfill their dreams, especially with family and friends. But either way, to just not be discouraged no matter what comes at them, right? Whether it's criticism in the chat, which you, as Jeff said, don't feed the trolls.
Or mowing in real life or online.
That's right. Don't listen to that stuff.
Don't
you are better. Like he said, God don't make no junk.
You're not let that get no back of you, everyone.
That's right.
Especially you, God, and Emma.
There you go.
Pick up the great work while y'all are in school.
All right. You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's okay if you missed on. You can always rewatch it.
Oh, definitely so. I've watched the interview many times after we recorded it because we're doing editing and all, and I really enjoyed it. We're going to remind you again, next Wednesday, a week from tonight, is part 1 of the interview with Brian from Brian and Amanda. Thursday night is going to be a premiere video with part 2, and you're not going to want to miss either one. And that is the 9th. The 16th of this month, interview with Kevin Lively, former Imagineer and all-around creative and awesome person. He was involved in the redo recently of Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
He did work on the story for the Muppets Haunted Mansion special and other stuff that you will be surprised to know he had a hand in. He is a really creative dude.
I think we got him on that YouTube video.
We did. We have seen him. He's been interviewed on Disney Channel special. I mean, not Disney Channel, Disney Plus specials. I'm old.
No, I'm talking about that one video back in 2005.
It could be. He was there for a long time. And then also on the 23rd and 24th of February, we're going to have Disney Dan on. We had a lot of fun with Disney Dan, as you can imagine. He was wild and crazy, but we had so much fun, right? So it's going to be split into 2 parts because I don't know if you could believe it or not, but we talked quite a while. And that was very good. So I guess that's about it. Everybody is saying good night. I think that means it is time to say good night. So are you ready?
Yeah.
What do we say to everybody when we're saying good night, Em?
And always going to give you all so much for watching. Make a like, subscribe, and share this channel with your family and friends if you haven't yet. Tell me in the comment section what your all-time favorite interview from this channel.
Good idea. She has a whole interview playlist. What is your all-time favorite interview on Emma's channel so far?
Make or post
Put it
your
in the chat.
answers in the comments below.
And Emma will respond because she responds to all of her comments.
Look, I also like them.
That's
and
right.
heart them.
And heart them.
Including my own.
She hearts her own comment.
No. Even though you don't like that.
Whatever works, right? All right. So we will see you
real soon. Night, guys. See you all on Saturday for the live. For the...
What?
For the live prayer with Mary Staples.
Yes.
For
Saturday night is Disney Family Trivia Live.
A
7
Journey
p.m.
to Imagination.
Journey into Imagination.